of the map. The mid portion, Boaster, Lion, and unfortunately caught out. Big entry pick from Levin. BBL often leaving the B site open when they play GX. Happy to go for the retake, and with numbers in their favor here, that looks to be the view. Slight focus on Kayak, facing the defender spawn side of the map. Alpha going to play as a late win condition here, lurking through, but BBL already making work through CT and clearing it out. Alpha's works out, getting rid of Prophet. So all the bodies towards CT, and Fnatic know that they're going to set up for it. Levin through, but Fnatic completely fill the kill feed. Also pretty high in first deaths as well, and Prophet gets caught out. The risk that you take, but two players immediately behind Link side. A wall placed here by Alpha, just signposting the authority of Fnatic as they continue this slow creep, and Levin caught trying to make some sort of a play. Yampi could suffer a similar fate, and there you go. Fnatic, once again, walking through BBL as if they weren't there. The dimensional drift, and that's combined with the Steel Garden, and Kayak's entry into the site is blustering. Magnum's able to at least get one back in BBL's favour, but they're still at a numbers disadvantage. Fantastic set piece to open up, but BBL still have numbers here, and Sociable has one more TP, but Alpha finds him inside the smoke. Yeah, no, Fnatic, 2 to the good. It gets even worse. Magnum, the only one really being able to get kills in this round, and waiting for the wall to drop so he can get Prophet to support him, but it's not going to happen. It's going to be Fnatic dominance in this round once again. Looking to be 5 in the row unless Prophet can find 3 of his own, but he's throwing in the white flag. He tries to escape. Maybe that's where BBL's focus has been. Okay. As for right now, BBL playing this round on the attack. 2 entry kills. One through a Bucky, one through a Sheriff, is getting low, and we all know that Fnatic like to play with low time. And they've already got the next one back in their favour, right? Still one down, but it is still BBL to try and deny a plan. 18 seconds, Alpha gets another. Now the body's starting to dwindle. It's all going wrong for BBL just when you think there's a chance. The spike will go through, but Yampi denies. And Alpha, I don't know if he's got enough time. He has to commit to it, comes off the plan, and gives BBL the first round. Leaves behind him Chronicle, who will be slow on his approach, and Magnum out of Link is the player to be worried about. 2 kills immediately. Fnatic a little bit laboured as they slowly stagger their way through the courtyard towards the A site. BBL have control of Spike, but look at Alpha finding another angle of approach. Profex considered this though, and from the angle he will find the Turk. Taken down now, 4 versus 2. Numbers in favour for BBL to increase their efforts, double their round count.
Last player standing.
Without a break in play required either, it's Profex to strike yet again. Chronicle have the pit. There is no position from which to play. Magnum in the end at the triple. To not be drawn out, but the fights come through, and when they do, BBL come out on top. But not only that, get control of Spike, and this is going to be a disaster for Fnatic if they can't get that back. Look, they're all towards the B side. BBL need to be careful of their flank. And we're approaching the 30-second mark again here, so Fnatic don't have time to play with. They need to win the duels. They do. Kron, first start, gets taken out, and now look at Crashes, having to approach from top mid. BBL change up the positioning, Magnum towards the other side. They can both double swing if needed, but there's a time in here. Crashes gets the spike, but the peak comes through. Way out, has to use Levin as a ways of supporting him out of this, and Althea in the corner catches Yampi. Levin at least gets the trade out, and Magnum goes one better, finding Kayak. Delay further in B main, Fnatic can't quite get out. Still stalling here, still utility to work with. Paranoia in the hands of Social arriving late. Yeah, 20 seconds left. Fnatic need to get a move on. We know that this is where they like to play, but BBL, they're using that to their advantage. Kron holding on and potentially able to do it. Spike in his back pocket. He's up against Magnum, who's wrapping him round, and he's going to get it. Magnum play as much as they possibly can, but Fnatic have changed the pace. Where's Sociable come from? unfortunately risked it too much and gets caught out as Fnatic overwhelm the site and look to finish this one off, leaving Prophet all alone. So much work on his shoulders. He's spotted the second player having found the first. 4 players all trained to this one position. You'd expect this is impossible, and it is. Fnatic finally make it 6. It's trying to be a bit too cheeky. Has at least one, but as the players start to move forward, there's still damage. Kayak at least is able to get the trade before Sociable pounces, but Kayak now through A main, trying to be the person leading the line, but instead it's Alfia so deep. And the orb drops, that's when the engagements will ensue, but Fnatic need to get a move on.
Look at the spike, there's 10 seconds, Cairo. There's simply not enough to get this one done. I don't know what Fnatic are up to.
And Yampi's won the duel on B main as well. Fnatic are the makers of their own doom.
Massively struggled before, just 2 rounds against GX, looking for their first on this A push. It started with success. Prophet finding Alpha, Kayak trying to flash back out, and takes 2! Oh! The Prince of Pistol may just have crowned himself king. Ridiculous flicks from Kayak. And of all players, it's Yampi that's got to try and walk back in. That leaves BBL with the Viper Wars committed towards mid. They've got to walk in dry. It's Kayak again. A triple made into a quad. And inside the first 3 rounds, he's nearly had 2 aces.
BBL will feel hard done by the molly and in towards the site. Kron on default, able to hold it down, but can he hold on any longer? No, he can't. BBL, they're able to get the advantage and the spike plan.
Late positioning from Kayak coming in main though. Prophet has to be aware of the potential. Social has stopped the mid push, but it's from either end that Fnatic make their reprisal.
Kayak doesn't win the duel against Prophet, leaving Crashes in a 1 versus 4 with possibly one of the worst weapons, the Odin, and he has to give it up.
Dapped us both up, felt like a rocket had gone off, and Fnatic have certainly got a fire lit underneath them here. Yampi responds in kind, 1 kill, needs more, double headshot, only 1 though. And as much as we talked up Prophet, he has a mountain to climb. Alpha can see him coming from the summit.
But the Nightfall makes the site anchors a little bit unsteady, a little bit uneasy, and Alfia makes it look easy. As Fnatic look to fall on down, collapse upon BBL. Tilt offline as BBL tried to pivot in towards B, but Boaster takes a timing on towards the Phantom, and it's just a Sheriff, but he's in his cosmic form and gets taken off guard.
Now Prophet's going to be calling to the rest of BBL, have an open sight. The problem is, Chronicle can disrupt this.
He can, and will! That's the spike, remember! And the players can't get out! Chronicle might have just won this map here and now! As Prophet has to try and go back and collect that spike.
Should be willing to invest the pit, give himself half a chance, but even then, 2 players on the double stack, it should be done.
Both players holding, and confirmation there. Fnatic on their debut of Corrode will win it out.
In a straightforward manner, with the suppression on Alpha, no headhunter in his hands, Sociable secures it. Spike, the position to be planted, and they will.
Look at how deep right now Magnum is. Through mid he's going, but there's players from Fnatic that could catch him off guard.
Timing from Crashes, and Magnum has now been located. The classics click away, and there he is, gone. Puts it down to 7 in the meantime. Still trying to force BBL off, as you can see. They're planning to get aggressive here. There's a flash on the underhand of Yampi back into short, catches Kayak, looks for the second, it comes through Levin. The conduit!
Bulldog as Fnatic look to set themselves for the retake. Unfortunately, Prophet tries to go a bit aggressive, and I don't know if that's what is needed there.
Exactly what you've got to be looking for, though. BBL players pushing through smokes is where Fnatic's preparation should be tailored. Alpha's flag is completely unconsidered.
As BBL focused on the side, Alpha comes in at the right time, gets the first but not quite the second. Levin's the only real rifle here, has her.
got plenty of work to do. I mean, Sociable holding across from main.
Yeah, and well, he's holding on to it, but can't hold on long enough. No, they haven't. Not been able to hold on to the site. Alpha looking for an angle, and accidentally works against him. Levin getting the entry. Spike goes down. 5 versus 4 retake.
Spike planted.
BBL are going to be trying to search for a kill here if they can. It's often come through Heaven. Players like Profeg. But now the group up to fight the push from short.
Blood from short is where the players try to get out from, but it's just Boaster all alone on site. Levin holds left trigger.
Coming into the A site again, this time a split.
Oh, and Boaster in the smoke with a judge. Doesn't hit. Alpha identified. It's Magnum who ended up getting the kill, not Levin. He still has his blades, but they expire. Spike down, and still an advantage to BBL in post once again.
Levin holding back though. Not overstaying his welcome on that exposed angle. Heaven, Kayak getting the better of him so far in this series. Cheeky one from Yampi, even on for the second, but walks away. BBL looking like they have this round wrapped up.
Go, but remember, there's no flashes left realistically, and that dimensional drift will clear out Levin, but that doesn't mean you're going to win the fight. Not against this man who keeps continuously winning out. The primary's taken offline, and BBL trying to find safe corners in which to work. It's the two at back of sight. Perfect and Sociable, but all the hopes are put on right here. Players low on Fnatic's side. And we should be one bullet. They'd be able to win this out against a couple, but instead, no. Just Profit, shorty in hand, first bullet hitting, and now Kayak on the spike against his Polish opponent. So much respect to BBL's aggression every single time. Levin, another entry, and BBL, another site opened.
The spike is a long ways away for now, though. It's going to take a little bit more time for Yampi to arrive, but Fnatic have folded. Yeah. They don't want this. I mean, those weapons they've got left, 2 players on such low health, there's no real reason to go for it.
Yeah, I agree. And now for BBL, they can go hunting, right? And that's probably going to be the next call for Yampi.
The edge of this. Able to dodge the suppression there a little longer. Kron walking away with 1. Yampi goes down, and Spike in an awkward position. Vice wall was up. A little bit of segregation on this BBL push.
Yeah, that there is, and this is the first time we've really seen Fnatic have an advantage coming into a retake, so that's another thing to notice, and that's why they're flooding, trying to get out. Alpha gets ones of his own, but they've still not found Levin, who continues on. Profec a double, and now BBL with the opportunity to pivot to the B site, but Kayak looks to cut them off. Right here, right now, he's noted by the Prowler.
Spike down, defender spawn.
Magnum rescues the spike and looks to go B.
Oh, he's dropping off. Kayak's still going to win it. To stop Fnatic getting back in.
Yeah, and they know that the short is usually where they try and make their approach, and Nightfall invested, Levin leading the charge, crashes, was only able to get Sociable. As we look towards Heaven as well, that's where Boaster's making his approach. BBL might have already done enough to stop Fnatic getting out, but instead, no, it's Alfia from main. Bodies everywhere, carnage. This is Profit looking to try and deny this. Shorty in hand, but instead, it will be... Wait, is there enough time?
Yeah, just about. BBL just want to extend that lead, and Alfia stops them. Dead at the gates.
BBL just forcing the issue maybe a little bit too much. The spike is all the way out on B. And remember, Profit doesn't have ultimate either, so BBL are just being aggressive, running it down. Trying to make Fnatic uncomfortable, but it seems as if they've settled the defense.
Profit can recollect the spike. Or should I say Boaster? Got a little bit caught up in that one there. You're always expecting the attack side to be the ones playing fetch, but as you say, it is royally screwed, as expected.
50 seconds, so there's some time to work with.
There is indeed. Crashy's isolated from the rest, but he's been on top form so far.
That he has. All stage, all year, he's been on form.
Start to playoffs for Fnatic, that little bit sweeter, as it's the pistol rounds have been up until this point. Pretty damn good. Well, they missed out on the first one here on Ascent. The pistols worked well in the second round, And they are going to in round number 13 too. And in VCT EMEA this year, which feels crazy to say, but they're going through the gears now. And any early confidence which they're able to get, which Kayak is able to get after what we've already seen from Levin, talking about that head-to-head, is going to do wonders for them. 3 off the Yoru ult. Hoping that it's just going to be a couple if he can be allowed to chase Yampi here.
Well, he's going for it low, but well, he will get one ulti orb, and that's all it's going to be as he's given his death.
Closest rounds that Fnatic had previously were from their set executions. Given a chance, a swing at the A site. It's a slight miss for the time being. Kayak has restored order, but Magnum is right there in and amongst it. Crashy's removed, and Chronicle on the other side of the map, leaving only Boaster in position with the spike. He goes for the plant, and BBL not looking to rush things.
No, but I mean, they should get a move on with it only being Boaster.
Buying as much time as he possibly can, needed that first shot cleanly. And with Kron cleared out, for Sociable is worn thin. There's no one here, no safety net, but he never needed one of those. Sociable taking this on the chin, looking for more, getting it. It's ugly, but Boaster wins the fight with an SMG, the Spectre, which then walks the spike into Magnum. So easy enough collection on it. It's the next layer of this attack. That's where Profek is called into question, called to action, finds the kill, has the cross for Kron, but catches a dink in the meantime. All eyes on Levin. The young Turkish star to step up and stop Fnatic. Time is running out, as you say. BBL still aggressive.
Continuing on, Magnum on the line, but is he baited enough for Sociable? They're going to still try and clear it out. Fnatic and Sociable still alive, blind sure, but can't quite get another 3-3. Remember, Levin has an operator to retake with, which is not the weapon you want.
Yampi hanging around though, yet to be cleared. They're still not in sight.
No, they're not. They're finally out of main now as Yampi has to drop away off the angle. The players still not identifying his position! And when they do, he finds 2! Boaster now trying to escape. Yampi getting up close and personal. Levin here now. Boaster needs a clean engagement, a first one. Levin potentially given that, but they know exactly where Boaster is. One player to find, but it's Levin instead.
Not doing anything just yet to interrupt, but here's Levin. Oh! A flick like that is the exact sort of play they'd be hoping to make mid-round. Drone coming through B as well. All focus on the A site. BBL know what's up.
Yeah, they do. As the bodies start to get on to support Levin, holding from up top as Profik sits beside Dice, and look at the time once again. Bodies still being hemorrhaged and the spike making another angle of approach. That's the B site where Sociable lies in wait.
Premature null command from Yampi, but as he swings back through, Crashies has been sent away from any site control. Full.
And there's nothing to stop this flag.
Oh.
Well, Crashies is actually, never mind. 2 players to the good. Profik from the corner, trying to deny the players getting out. Does so. Shorty now to get rid of Alpha. He's got control of Spike. This could be it. The map won.
And it's looking very likely. So intelligently set up by Profek. Plays anti to the TP coming in from Kayak, and now Fnatic left down to their last 2 players. 27 HP between the 2. Crashies investing the Hunter's Fury to bring the odds back in their favor, but the health pool still isn't there, and so too the spike.
Yeah, this would be enough. One shorty bullet would probably grab the both players, but as they come out, Magnum just holds left trigger, and so does Profek. BBL win map number 2.
As it was all of Ascent, stunned to try and set him up. The proactivity put in the set piece. With an aftershock at the feet of Crashies, he's forced to move forwards, but it's not a problem. In fact, it's the green light he was looking for. Fnatic from the starter gun have not missed a beat, but neither has Magnum this series.
Tap of the spike bakes Magnum back in though, and Alpha commits to that spike plan.
Magnum's got out backside, and as he closes the distance, Alpha unaware!
I'm out of here. Shortcut.
Trying to force their way in, make it closer. angles, closer fights, which will favour these Sheriffs. That's an insane shot, and now has a rifle in hand. A real possibility for Fnatic.
It's a 4v2 on site, but Fnatic have cleared the place, and with Magnum back in, needs the timing on the drone, and Kayak has a rifle now.
So Heaven's Outlaw against 4. As soon as he has to reload, you can imagine that he'll be flooded with players trying to close him down, but instead changes his angle of approach. Out they go. Boaster's still not cleared, and Melby takes his chance, takes his opportunity, only able to get one, but plays in the rest of Fnatic. Still though, you're waiting on Alpha to activate, but he's not even needed. No, straight away Hunter's Fury back, and that's a big couple tags, and an entry for BBL, well, a double, and Yampi's making that pain even worse. It's now just the 2 players on site.
Yeah, mid walk down finding huge value. BBL need to be cautious in how they organise the retake here, and that's the first sign of warning.
Both players low on Fnatic though, that's the problem that these players will have, and it needs to be clean fights from here on out, which it has been for the most part, but it's Boaster all alone as all of BBL descend upon his position between a rock and a hard place. Needs to get a kill, he will at least get one, but it's Magnum, not Yampi, so that Rolling Thunder's still in play.
Huge win, but Kron left without the stun, unperturbed, goes back in for seconds and threads the needle. That's Yampi's ult off the board, and for BBL from this position.
Yeah, but look at the spike. It's in BBL's favour. Levin gets Kayak as well. This is a disaster.
A disaster in the making, perhaps. There isn't too much pressure, or time pressure on Fnatic right now, so...
It could be, though, very quickly. Boaster's managed to escape onto C, though, but it's Sociable in mid that gets caught out.
Yeah. Spike recovered. Oh, and 3 versus 4 now. Boaster had to be a little bit careful, but you know what? He's been hitting some shots so far today. So has Profeg!
Spike down, C.
Quick double from the Sheriff, a gut punch, but Crashies is still within range. Look at the health bars.
I have the spike.
Yampi up next, he has the rifle, and he's caught Crashies as BBL try to defumigate that pit. Although Yampi nearly gets the opportunity to take Kron himself. What's going on?
I think Fnatic wanted to go away, but they've cancelled those plans. They will end on B. Smoke is down though. Crashies in the open, 15 seconds.
He has a chance to deny the plan. Levin nearly takes Alpha off guard. Instead, it's Magnum. Spike plant confirmed. But look at the 2 players' positions, completely disconnected, and one of those the op.
But Kron is refueling though, and will be able to put this toxic screen back up, has the cloud if needed.
Crashies trying to escape to a safe place, but can't find it, and now it's just Kron's op. Hopefully he won't be given the opportunity if you're a BBL fan, and he won't be.
His feet entrenched in the corner, yet to be cleared, but peeking into Boaster, who on the fadeaway has picked up yet another.
Yeah, and Yampi's trying to flank here. He's caught by the alarm bot, so Fnatic know about it, ready to hit into the site.
Fnatic back on their feet. Profek has made a juncture of his own. Boaster, one back.
Careful.
The captain has kept them moving forward, round on round. He does tend to step up in these bigger games sometimes when you least expect it. Now with twice the numbers and time to set up this post, you expect Fnatic to be in the driver's seat, and that's exactly what you get. Dash away. This is where Yampi gets overlooked, and Levin comes back in, circles to position with blood in the water, but it's Crashies to draw it. Boaster in the back line now, Profek having to do it all, and can't stand up to the challenge. BBL buckling under the pressure in these last couple, as Fnatic now will have guaranteed themselves an advantage on the half with the money that BBL have here. Maybe Sociable could think about a save on the Vandal, or maybe you just give it a go.
Seems like he wants it, right? I mean, he's got Magnum close by.
Revealing area.
Neil comes in, jump up Sociable, finding one, but on 5 points of health, he's got to take the long way round.
Yeah, I think this is where the white flag gets thrown in, but Boaster's trying to deny it, as well as Kron, and they'll get it. Fnatic get all the space that they need, but Yampi once again thinking about mid.
Boaster too, just unrelenting. You'd think that he was Levin, at least in terms of how he positions himself, but that is a big loss. Cron down, no more Toxin. BBL held at arm's length. Ampy trying to retake some of this space, but the defender's side has to hold up its end of the bargain if he's to get the value. Two players sucked into his orbit, one of them crashes, he will survive. Still BBL down a man.
Yeah, and trying to force the way back in. Paranoia didn't hit, and that's going to allow Kayak to get the next two.
It's the call to action for BBL.
Yeah, that's exactly where they're going. Levin completely wipes out Cron.
Second
and
headshot.
Crashes being forced all the way back. Magnum holding sight by himself while Yampy's close by, and it works out. A pistol round win on the horizons for BBL here. That's so much utility in and surrounding it. Profit up, but it's Yampy's aftershock that gets the kill, and Profit with the timing. Levin as well. BBL open up that C site, and the other two players have Crashes and Boaster. They want to stay towards it. They want nothing to do with this.
Profek is Levin's knight in shining armor, comes to the rescue just when the head was turned.
Call because we know that these Stingers and Buckies are better at close range, but BBL are just knocking them down.
And that's the issue now for Fnatic. The choice weaponry is nowhere near as good when you're the one that has to peek around those corners. But Cron, with an injection of pace, has picked up the first. As long as Yampy can guard this smoke, he's going to be in a good position. But slight adjustment with the poison orb forces Profek to think about it, and think he will. BBL to tie up the scoreline as expected. Boaster escaping with a rifle. Garage, which will need to be dealt with by BBL, and can buy some stall if the nano is opened, which it won't be. It's Alpha's head instead.
And BBL bust onto that side, but Kayak's timing works out, trying to bust out into safety, does so, and Magnum's lying there and wait! But Kayak's unbelievable!
So quick. BBL anything but. They're yet to hit the C site. Huge 1v1 on Sociable, but he wins it and opens up B. With the smoke placed at his back, he's relying on this recon to give him the cognizance to just get in there, and that's what they'll do.
Spike down, now trying to Boaster down, a little bit of delay, but it'll be chip damage instead onto Yampy, and Boaster finding Profek makes this a lot more doable.
Really feeling himself so far. And now, repossessing the mid space, BBL detached from one another, time ticking, but Fnatic have players in place.
They do. Oh, that's a nice paranoia, but Cron hasn't capitalised. Finally closing up, and Yampy hears the steps, calling for support through. It's Sova, but it doesn't come. Now Sociable needs to clutch with time so low. Boaster peeks out. Cron low, a shock's enough, and that's what's going to win it. Tried to get onto Boaster, but Levin was stunned by his own breach, and it's actually Profek out of Garage that buys BBL an opportunity to get that spike down.
Well, they've reconfirmed Kayak is here. They will not look to overwhelm him.
I don't want anything to do with it. Would rather take that extra space and C-Link as the other two try and approach from A, and Levin is caught the first. Another Cron lies in wait, but instead is backing off. I think this is 11 for BBL.
The ult doesn't quite fan out backside, so he doesn't get full visual. Levin undetected, Magnum follows it up, but still Fnatic have the trades. Yampy needs a whole lot more here, and he's gonna get it!
Still trying to be aggressive in towards window, but Magnum's on the other side. Cron now next up, but look at BBL. Oh! They're trying to work in droves, but instead, Cron proves some resistance. Alpha catches the next, and Fnatic will be able to survive a round longer, it seems.
And that's the rug from beneath BBL's feet. You can't get too comfy when you're playing the team that is most at home on the EMEA stage. Our previous winners looking for back-to-back in successive years. But BBL, the first task, has not been so easy. And Levin still thinking about it. Oh, Kayak was low. That was an opportunity. He's waiting for this. And he's left unchecked. So under the microscope, Magnum picking up the first of those kills, still hanging around in the back as the rest of BBL have arrived on the scene. busting into playoffs.
Player standing.
And now, set up for that rematch with Heretics, perhaps, unless Chronicle can do the unthinkable again.
I got the spike.
I mean, 3 bodies. That's what he needs to find, and Levin is low, but Magnum first on the scene.
But everything that's gone his way in the previous week or so, you're asking for so much in this situation. Denies the plant. A strong start, and with the pit in pocket, a tool to play with. He's stunned, thrown up into the air as the BBL players will find themselves on their feet as well.